Hi, I'm Debbie, and welcome to Divine Destiny with Debbie. Today we're reading for October 24th, 25th, 26th, and 27th, Monday through Thursday. Now, if you're looking for the main reading, well, this is the introduction. It will be tagged on to all of the videos. But if you want to look for the main reading, or you cross-watch, or you're new to the channel, then go right down there to the description, and there will be a timestamp, and you can bypass this all. Hope you watch it at least one time. And also, too, thank you so much. Yes, you can hear I still have whatever this is going on. Still pretty tired for whatever reason, too. But, things are happening. The energies are very, very strong. So let's get on with our readings. I'm going to be using, for the main readings, my Radley Valentine Archangel Power Tarot cards. Also, Guardian Angel cards. I will use this Inspirational Wisdom from Angels and Fairies, written by Frances Monroe and artwork by Judy Mastrangelo. That will be for the main. Also, my Emily Anderson crystal deck. Now, for this, the introduction, we're going to use my Waite Rider Traditional Tarot and my Osho Zen Tarot cards. Now, I pray, I meditate, I infuse all the decks with Reiki energy. Remember, but this is a general reading, so it may or may not resonate. Take what you like, leave the rest. I am an intuitive channeler. I open myself up to higher power, Holy Spirit, God, whoever that is, what you want to call. I say God, Holy Spirit, and just say, let the words come through. Let them not be mine. Let them be the words of the source. Okay? So let's see, before we even start, yes, everybody keeps feeling change. And we know that there's a lot of things going on in the world. And we still have that, we have that Pluto in Capricorn, which is all about, Pluto, think of that as the phoenix that, destroys and then rises from the ashes. Capricorn, all about home, security, life. That's been there for 12 years. Capricorns know what this is like because they have felt the disruption for for almost the 12 years. It started, it started, 2008, so it's been more than that, too. Okay, now, Pluto also associates quite strongly with Scorpio, and I need to tell you that because, we do have, whenever Pluto and Scorpio are meeting in this way, there is a little more emphasis on whatever's going on. Pluto has gone direct, but it's slowly direct. And so that means it's covering a lot of the ground. When something goes retrograde, so here's the planetary movement, and this is how it appears. It doesn't necessarily do this, but this is the illusion or the appearance of. So here it is, it's going through, or I should go this way for you. It's going through, it's direct. Now it starts to slow down, and this is when we call it stationary. So then this would be stationary retrograde. So it then slows down to almost a stop, and then it does stop, and then it starts to go over again, and then it comes to where it needs to stop, and now this is again direct. This is stationary, and now it's going to go direct. So, and then it goes direct. It starts slow, and it gets a little faster, but not super, super fast. So it really covers the same ground about 3 times, okay? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so it covers the same ground 3 times. It's really getting into the nooks and crannies of whatever it is it needs to do. And like I said, Pluto is the planet of destruction, but then it does have the rebuilding energy to it too. So we have that going on. Now we just had Saturn, which was retrograde in Aquarius, and Saturn just went direct also. So it is still in a, let me see, when did it go direct? It is still kind of in a stationary mode, but it is, let's see, new moon. I'm sorry. Saturn went direct on the 23rd. So it's still on its slow path, and it's still going past. Saturn also has a strong connection with Scorpio too. They all have connections with the others, but there is an interest. Saturn has a strong interest in Scorpio. Now we have Mars energy. Mars has been going direct in Gemini, and then on the 30th it goes retrograde. So it will be covering that same path about 3 times, okay? So that will be on the 30th. Mars also has a very strong energy, a strong connection with Scorpio. So we've got Pluto, Saturn, and Mars all kind of in this slow motion right now, throwing their energies really behind Scorpio, pushing it forward. Scorpio too, associated with the scorpion, also with the eagle, gives you that higher view. It also is with the phoenix, which, like I said, Pluto has an association with the phoenix too. And, rising from the ashes. Scorpio is also in the South Node right now, and I think for another 6 months. And that means that there's a lot of stuff from the past that's really being visited by this very, very strong energy. And yes, I do consider Mars also Aries, because Greek and Roman mythology, Mars is Aries, Aries is Mars. So they all have this, they all intertwine with each other, but there is a lot of intensity going on right now. Now, I was talking to my sister yesterday about what's going on, and I was looking into November, and we'll talk a little bit more about it when it comes closer. But November, I would say the thing that was going on with Gemini, with it going retrograde, and again, that was the 30th, and that will be at 9:26 a.m. Gemini, and also too on the 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio at 3:22 p.m. These are Eastern Standard Time. And also too, Jupiter, which is not going direct, or it's not doing stationary, it's just retrograding back. It goes back into Pisces. And, this is where there's going to be some planning. There's kind of really deep energy clean out with Pisces here too. But I was looking at what was going on, and I was saying, okay, October 30th, goes in, and then there's something on the 4th, 5th of November, very strong energies. And then we have the new moon, the full moon, the 8th and 9th of November. And the interesting things, again, it involves all of those planets that I'm telling you about, Pluto, Saturn, and also Mars, and also Venus. But and Venus is the one that gives a little bit of hope and a little bit of a loving balm to it. But the thing about it is, we have, with those planets going in November, we also have some squaring and some trining with Uranus. Now, Uranus is in Taurus. Taurus will be the full moon. There will be a full moon eclipse, a lunar eclipse. So there is this, with this new moon on the 25th, there is a partial solar eclipse going on with that. But then, and that means that when there's an eclipse, it gives a little more strength to it. New moon is a new start. So whatever's going on, so maybe even the 25th we can go on to. 25th to that 9th. Like I said, Scorpio season has the appearance of being very intense, very strong energies. And you throw in Uranus, some of the aspects with Uranus, which, like I said, is in Taurus. Some of it's trining. That's favorable, and some of it's squaring, so that's opposing. So that's where we're going to have, I feel like we're going to have the shakeups at that time, whatever those shakeups are, okay? So it's, but the thing is, too, when you can see these things, or when you can feel these things, or when you hear these things, it always does remind me. It reminds me, because some people will say, I know things, and when they happen, they scare me. Well, when you know these things and you're told these things, you just have to believe, you just have to remember that God is in control. And because she shared it with you to begin with, that means that you are, not to be afraid, okay? So let's see what we have. And again, if I have to pause the video because of coughing or whatever this is, I will do that. But let's see what we have, higher power. So I did tell you when the new moon was, right? The new moon. So, and again, that's very precious energy. So new moon in Scorpio, 6:48 a.m. on the 25th, Eastern Standard Time. We've got, again, the 28th, Jupiter goes into Pisces. It continues its retrograde movement into Pisces. 1:10 a.m. October 29th, Mercury enters Scorpio, 3:22 p.m. And like I said, Mars goes retrograde in Gemini on the 30th, 9:26 a.m. So all of these are very early in the morning too. Interesting. So let's see what we have here. Higher power, what would you want people to know for this week, the 24th? Okay. Letting go of something, letting go of something. Very strong energy saying letting go of something, things changing. Now this is the, we've got three or four cards out already, so I don't need to pull any more. This is the Three of Swords. Now remember that reversed has a little more energy to it. So Three of Swords. Okay, we have the sword energy. That is our air energy. That is our Saturn. That is our Aquarius. That is our Gemini. That is our Libra energy. It is thinking things through. It's it's air energy. It is hearing messages. It is, I'm kind of even getting fanning the fire energy here, just as you would with air. It is also making plans. It's also strategizing. So now this is reversed. Okay, so we'll make this right. A lot of times this is one of those really cards that people go, can we go and just do another one? Because it is about hurting. It is about pain. It is about some going through things that we did not necessarily want to go through. We also have a 3, and the 3 tells us it's about celebration and creativity. It's also about, the power of 3. So whatever this was, it was very, very needed, or it is very, very needed. Now, you've got the rain clouds. You've got the rain. It is behind the heart. You've got these 3, it looks very ominous. The thing about it is, though, you have to see, the heart is very bright. The heart is very resilient. And even though these are 3 that are in it, it does not mean that life does not go on. It just means that whatever happened had to happen, and we have to learn to move past it. We have to learn to move beyond it. And we might still feel the pain, but, pain does dull. Pain, might leave scars, and these swords may never be able to be removed, but there is healing, there is hope. And it's kind of, to me, when I see the 3 of Hearts, it's like, maybe you feel like you're experiencing the worst right now, but the worst is either about to be over or it is coming to an end. Okay? So I don't mind the 3 of Swords. Like I said, it's like a lot of the pain, a lot of the suffering that you're feeling now or that you have been feeling will soon be leaving. Okay? And then we come to the Ace of Swords. Again, we have that ace energy. Again, Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. And remember, I told you, Aquarius and Gemini, strong energies are in there right now. This has new ideas. This has a new beginning. This has a new way of thinking about something. So while we have to let go of something, we have to maybe let go of an old way of life, an old way of thinking, an old perspective. A new idea, a new understanding is coming, because this is very cerebral energy. This is very, very thinking things through, new ideas happening, and it may not necessarily be easy. This may not be easy, and it may not be easy for whatever this new thought process is. But this, Ace 1 is a new beginning, and again, the swords, the energies I told you about, air energy, hearing messages, and it's kind of like reframing and redeveloping your thought processes. So let's see what we have here. Okay. So now, again, this one is reversed. We're going to flip. Okay, we're flipping that one. And this one is an 18. So we have a 1-8. So we had a 3-1, 1-8. 1 is a new beginning. 10, transitional energy. 8 is unlimited opportunities and possibilities. We do have the new moon on the 25th. So it is the start of something. The new moon brings a start. So there could be a start to whatever this process is. It could be a start to healing, a start to revelation type of energy, hearing the new idea, the new plans. The moon, again, the moon is always interesting because it means that there are things that you don't always know. There are things that are hidden. There are things that are very celestial. There are things that are very lunar. Now, moon energy is is a feminine energy. It is it is very closely associated with our water energy. So we have some of these creatures of the night looking up at the moon. The moon is not necessarily, sometimes I get really good energy with the moon. But this moon, I feel like it's looking down. It's not necessarily pleased. There is kind of a sun, so this could be the partial solar eclipse even energy here. And it's, the creatures of the night are coming out. And it could also be that, the moon is going to shine on that. It's going to bring out the hidden energies, the things that have been hidden. So we will see. And our last card, and again, this is reversed. So we've had were all of these reversed? Maybe this one was not, but this one is. Now we have a 2. 2 is a joining together, is a crossroad, is decisions. This is the High Priestess. The High Priestess does talk to you about connecting with your higher power, is that oracle in many, many ways, is the one that, you don't even have to come. It's not like you have to come to me to ask me, what's going on. You can even take time to connect with higher power in order for you to understand that. Again, we have feminine energy here. We have a lot of what is considered holy energy, okay? We have a lot of what is considered holy energy here. And, there is this, this thought, and then we even have the crescent moon here. So again, that could be a new moon, could be. So maybe the 25th is going to be the start of the healing, start of the letting go, start of the discovery. Not quite sure, but it does, it does say to really, connect with higher power, keep your light bright, keep your vibrations very high also. The nice thing about the High Priestess is she doesn't overwhelm you. I mean, sometimes she'll stretch you a little bit, but she doesn't overwhelm you with things you don't need, okay? Like sometimes it's like, I'll get messages and I'm like, well, why can't I know more? Why can't I know how this resolves? And the answers that I've been given pretty much all the time is, if you knew more, if you knew how this all resolved, you would not want to get out of bed. So, just, because it would be too overwhelming for our humanity. So, I would say that there's going to be some mysterious energies. Connect with God, Holy Spirit, whoever that is for you. New ideas, new information coming through, and that could be pain that is here is going to be moving and lifting. It could mean we're going to have. It could be. I don't see it as a fresh pain, and the reason I don't see this is going to sound gross, but you see these three. Okay, the clouds and the rain is behind this, right? If this was a fresh pain, this heart would be gross, okay? We would be seeing a lot of gross things. This heart is a healthy color. There is no blood seeping or anything from these wounds. So that tells me that this has been for a while, and that there is, even though it is not healed, there is healing energy in this, okay? Sorry, didn't want to gross you out with my, from my nursing background. So it's like, if there were 3 swords in this heart, and you got, it would just be an old bloody mess. And then I would say, let's pull another one. Let's pull another one. So let's see what we've got going. Osha Zen Tarot. Can you kind of add to any of this? So there's a lot of spiritual energy next week, or I should say the 24th to the 27th. There is a lot of thought processes. I would say that there is going to be, remember too, what I always say about Saturn in Aquarius, and now that it's going back over some of the same ground, it is, this is reality. This is truth versus illusion, truth versus lies, reality versus illusion. Okay. So but the moon will show you just enough. You might have to make your own way. Connect with your high priestess. Connect with your higher self on that too. So interesting energies with those two. So let's see. And you can always comment and tell me what you're thinking this is all about. Let's see. Osha Zen Tarot, what do you have for us? What do you have for us? Here we go. Abundance. Well, I like the abundance card. I do like the abundance card. I think this would be like that king of, I think this would be the king of pentacle energy. I think this is, but I get a little bit, off with these cards too. But this is abundance. There is a rainbow energy around. Now that could be, it's moon energy all around us too. There is, kind of being lifted up. It's saying, so there is abundance coming. It's just kind of, some of these are the steps we have to go through, we have to experience before the abundance actually comes to us. So, this person looks well fed. This person looks pretty happy. This is very male energy, masculine energy. So, the thing is, even though this is all happening, there is a promise of abundance to come. I know sometimes it doesn't seem like it, but then you know what? I've lived a long time, and it's like many of my worries, once I went through what it is to the other side, I was like, oh, now I understand. Now I understand. So, I'm going to tell you, don't be afraid. We live in a tough world. The world is not for wimps, but we are, I'm going to say we are star seeds. We are light workers. Many of us have spirit guides, connections with higher power. So have faith, believe, and just keep pushing forward. Okay? Okay. Now, I'm going to go to that part that says, please like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. Just being off even that one time, it just really messes things up for me. So please like. Also, too, with the bell and subscribing, many people tell me that they subscribe. They don't see my videos popping up. So they have to unsubscribe and then subscribe again. The same thing with the bell. Okay. Anyway, why don't we now start our readings? Hello, my Scorpios, and happy birthday to you. So it is now your season, and so much is going on in your season. So you do have you are the South Node, so there's a lot of cleanup from your past, a lot of history that has to be revisited and put into its right places. How about that? It's kind of like there's a place for everything and everything a place. There's all of the energies I talked about in the introduction. So this is, like I said, this is going to be intense. Keep your eyes open and kind of put your emotions on the back burner for right now. Okay? Okay, and we get through it. We get through everything together. Okay, let's see. Higher power, what do you have for my Scorpios right now? Or this week? What do we have going on? 2 and 3. All 3 of these cards are reversed. So strong energies here. First card is 5 of Raphael. Leave the past behind. Remember, your South Node, clean it up, but leave it behind. Move on. It is time to move on. You are ready for a better time, a better place, but you have to let things go and let it go in the past, and you just have to have a hands-off approach. So 5 does have some changes, energy to it, and positive, negative, change is change. Raphael is your energy, water, also Pisces and Scorpio. I'm sorry, Pisces and Cancers. Still have a little bit of that head cold going on. But, so fluid, emotional, very spiritual energy here. And now that Jupiter is going into Pisces, there is bigger plans, bigger and better is about to come. It is coming. It's just a matter of you have to make room for it. It's kind of like you clean up your garage so that you can put more stuff in your garage. So this is getting rid of a lot of old energies, and this is knowing that this is what has to be done. It has to be gone in order for the new to come, and this is emotional energy. So this is also the, everything has its reason, but I also look at it as, the reason is so that a better life can come. Okay. Everything happens for a reason. Release regret and embrace the opportunities for happiness. Search for the silver lining. All right. So this week is going to be I do feel like it's a soul-searching type of week. Remember, you do have your new moon, your moon. So this is that time to, make your requests. I feel like my Scorpios, you're starting on a new spiritual path that could bring lots of enlightenment to you and a lot of clarity also. Next card, again, reverse, the Nine of Michael. The Nine of Michael is that pulling out the hair, is that what if, what if, what if. Nine, though, tells you, let's wrap it up. You got everything you need. Let it go, guys. Let it go, girls. Michael is our sword energy. Again, Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini. They are very strong energies right now. Very strong energies. They just make you dwell. They make you look at things. What did I say? Saturn and Pluto that are, Saturn and Mars, they're just kind of like hanging in there, and you're just kind of like, I want to move on. No, we're not letting you. I want to move on. No, you have to address this. And that was one of the things. It is addressing it before you can move on. Okay? But the Nine of Michael is about, going, well, what if I did this? And kind of that, maybe I should have, shoulda, woulda, coulda energy. And that's never productive at all. And this is also, this is where you start, your brain just starts moving and moving and moving in one direction. And that Five of Raphael is saying, come on now, stop this. Stop this. There's something better waiting for you. Believe it and stop thinking so much of the past. Now, of course, how can you not do it when Scorpio is in that south node and there's a lot of past energy? So this takes a very strong will, and it takes a very strong thought process to say, no, I'm passing this on and I'm going to keep my vibrations high. I'm not letting them pull me down. I'm not letting the vibrations be so low that negative energy pulls me down into it. Okay? So your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. Here we go. Last card here, reversed. The Seven of Gabriel. So we have a 597, 795, 7, divine number, divine umbrella. I look at it as something that's watching over. It can be interference, divine interference also. Gabriel is our fire energy. So right now we don't have a lot of things going on in Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius right now, though we will be going into Sagittarius after your season. So there is this promise of something coming. And, so this has a lot of, like I said, fire energy. It's very passionate. It's very determined. It's very steadfast there, but it feels right to you. It feels like this is what I need to do. Now, this does talk about standing up for what you believe in. This does say stand firm. I'm going to say, stand up for what you believe in, but go back to this Five of Raphael. Remember that remember to believe that something better is coming around that corner. Remember to reach out and just say, I know something better. Don't let your mind play games with you, especially this week. There is more to come, and this is telling you there's more to come. Okay? Don't let your mind play games. Believe, and stand firm that something better is coming. Okay. Stand up for what you believe in. Have confidence. Claim your personal power. So you've got the 3 of the 4 elements there. So let's see, guardian angels, what else can you say for our happy birthday Scorpios going on right now? So, and my Scorpios, you tend to think things through, think things very deeply, okay? And you tend to go down the rabbit holes with your thoughts also. See, the thing about it is, when you find yourself, I've said this more probably to Scorpios, when you find yourself in a hole, my Scorpios, stop digging. If you find yourself going down a path and it's not bringing you any happiness or edification, or it's just making you feel miserable, stop going down that path, okay? Because there are things happening. There is wonderful opportunities out there, no matter what the world looks like. Okay, so here we go. Let's see what guardian angels have to say. Okay, this is not reversed. 3 of action. So 3, celebration, creativity, the power of 3. Action is, again, fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. So this could just be ready. You know, a lot of times I tell you, like in Libra season, clean up a lot of stuff, because when your season gets going, you really want to focus on what really needs to get ready for your future. Now, the 3 of action could be saying that things are going to happen more and more towards our Sagittarius times. It could be when, when Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries start to act up more. It could be when Jupiter starts going direct again and returns into Aries too. Okay, but the three of action always reminds me of when your ship comes in, and it's not a matter of when, but your ship is coming in. Okay, your ship is arriving. Anyway, things are working out beautifully now that your ship has come in. It's time to decide what your next big project will be. You may choose to continue to build upon your successes or move on to something entirely different. Be willing to travel if necessary. So the thing about this is, again, things are happening because they're good for you. Things are happening because, getting rid of a lot of the old gunk is going to clear your path for you. You need to really hold on to that. Stop thinking so hard on the what ifs. Just keep focusing on what's going on, okay? And I say this periodically, but you focus too much on the past tends to lead you into depression, too much in the future, too much into anxiety. So you need to stay present in the moment, and you need to have some faith. You need to have some faith. Okay, so let's see what the inspirational wisdom from angels and fairies have to say for my Scorpios here. I do feel Sagittarius energy, and I don't know if that means that there's going to be some major changes when we get closer to Sagittarius. Could be. Or maybe there's somebody out there that has a Sagittarius in their life, or maybe you even have Sagittarius in one of your, your natal sign. I do feel Sagittarius. I feel it's a positive energy for you. Okay, let's see what we've got going. So this one is reversed. Fairy of Fantasy. How pretty is that? Anyway, you have a huge appetite for life. So explore the pathway that is right for you at this time. I like that. Stop the mind. Enough. Stop overthinking things, okay? Stop overthinking things, my Scorpios, and live life. Live life in the present. How's that? Okay, let's see. Crystal or energy for my Scorpios. Let's see what we have here. Oops, okay. Moss, agate, all about the new beginnings, nature connection, animal allies, also good for security. Let me know. Let me know what this meant or who this resonated with, okay? Okay, so my Scorpios, like I said in the introduction, being off even one video messes all the things up. So please take a moment to like, share, subscribe, click on the bell for notifications. If you're not getting notifications, unclick, click again. Same thing with the subscription. Okay? Okay. As always, though, it's like I said, this is going to be an intense season. So a lot of things can be, a lot of things can be, manifested for you this season. Okay. Always know, my Scorpios, that you are loved. Stay shining and be blessed. Bye-bye.